Om Shanti. I came to Gyan in 62 and Brahma Baba became Avyakt, 62 December. And Brahma Baba became Avyakt January 69. So I had about 6 years contact with Brahma Baba. But when I came to Gyan, I was practicing my medicine, and luckily I came to Gyan when Mama was in Mumbai. And first time I went to the center was Mama's Sunday lecture. So though Mama left body in 65 June, yet I would say my contact with Mama was more than with Brahma Baba, because Mama was most of the time in Mumbai, because even when I came to Gyan, Mama stayed 9 months in Mumbai, so 7 months after I came to Gyan. And after that also, in 1 year, Mama had cancer, and she was most of the time in Mumbai for her treatment. So Brahma Baba I met first time in 64 May, when I went to Madhuban. By that time, when I arrived in May, it was declared that Mama is in Mumbai for treatment, because it was already diagnosed that she had some tumor in her breast. So then Mama was off and on to Mumbai for her treatment, because at that time Tata Hospital in Mumbai was the best hospital for cancer. And as you see in Mount Abu, at the moment at least we have global hospital for last 25 years or so. But at that time in 64, there was hardly one government hospital in Mount Abu. So it was not so easy for any treatment, because Mama and Baba had to go Bombay or Delhi for their diagnosis, treatment, etc., etc. All seniors had to go to Mumbai. At that time, Ahmedabad was not so popular, at least nowadays. Patients from Mount Abu, they go to Ahmedabad, Palanpur, Mumbai, everywhere, because we have good contacts in Palanpur as well as Ahmedabad. So Mama, when she was in Mumbai, and I was only 4 or 5 months in Gyan, and I asked Mama, Mama, can I surrender? The Mama said, no, you have to wait and talk to Brahma Baba when you meet him. So when I came to Madhuban first time, before that, as soon as I came to Gyan, within 1 month, Dadis in Mumbai, they said, okay, you should write your introduction letter to Brahma Baba. Your karmic story also to Brahma Baba. So first letter I wrote about my introduction. So at that time, in Yagya, I was the first regular student doctor, because Anila Ben was like a contact soul. She used to come and go, and because of Ramesh Bhai, being Ramesh Bhai's sister, she used to help dadis when they used to come to Mumbai for treatment or Brahma Baba. So she was just a contact doctor. I was the first doctor to come and surrender in Yagya. So first I wrote letter to Brahma Baba. Second letter I wrote with my, first letter only I wrote with my passport size photo. And Ratan Mohini Dadi was coming to Mount Abu. So Dadi brought all letters to Mount Abu. And Brahma Baba had such a sharp discrimination power that by just seeing my photo, he was able to recognize my qualities. Maybe Dadis might have written something, I don't know, but Ratan Mohini Dadi, when she came back, she said, oh, Brahma Baba now knows you very well. And whenever I used to write letter, Brahma Baba used to reply, and reply maybe just one name in my letter, because he would write to Dadi, who was there, Pushpashanta Dadi was instrument there. So he would write to Dadi whole letter, and there may be 10, 15 names, give Yad Pyar to Nirmala and all sorts of things. And I was staying at home. So Dadi will ring me at home and say, Nirmala, today Bab Dada has remembered you. And there was so much intoxication. Oh, Baba remembered me. Baba wrote my name in the letter. And so, and gradually in 64, when I met Brahma Baba, I asked Baba, Baba, can I surrender? Can I give up my medical practice? I don't feel like doing practice. So Baba said, no. You have to continue your practice. You have to be double doctor. So I said, okay. Second question I asked, Baba, my Lokik father wants me to practice in Kandivali, where I was staying in Mumbai. I had a desire to go to villages where there are no doctors. So Baba says, but Kandivali is also like a village, because it was about 20-25 miles away from CBD, Central Business District, main Mumbai district. So he said, Kandivali is also like a village, and it was really like a village when we were born and brought up. So I said, okay. And then now and again I used to write letter to Brahma Baba. And what happened that Usha, Ramesh Bhai's Lokik wife, Mumbai's Ramesh Bhai's Lokik's wife, she was instrument in inviting me to the center because we were classmates. So I knew Ramesh Bhai, Usha Ben before Gyan. So from Kandivali and nearby suburbs, We were about 10, 15 students. And main center was in Colaba. And there was one center in Sion when I came to Gyan. And both were in flats. So Ramesh Bhai had a thought that this center in flat is not really like a center. It should be a bit house type. So he asked me to see the prices of houses in Kandivali, Borivali, nearby suburbs, because at that time, Kandivali was not so popular, but nearby Borivali, Malad, they were more populated. So he said nearby suburbs, just see what are the prices of houses. And I thought, I'm in Gyan, I don't want to get married. When my sisters got married, in their marriage, my father had given in dowry some flat. So I asked Brahma Baba first, before asking my father, that my father has a plot of land behind his house. Can I ask him for the center rather than looking for house in nearby suburb? I thought I may get house from my Lokik father. So Baba says, yes, if your Lokik father gives plot of land, our Lokik father will build a house. So I asked my Lokik father. My parents had met Mama, Baba. They had seen the exhibition, World Renewal Exhibition, the first exhibition. And Jagdish Bhai had explained to them. And my father said, I will never believe this, your Gyan. Even if God comes and tells me, I won't believe it. So he was not believing in Gyan, but he will attend some functions. So I asked my father whether I can have piece of land that he has. So he said, no, daughters living so close by is not good. You can look for flat. I will pay certain amount he gave. I will pay so much amount. Look for flat. So I started looking for flat. And now Baba's Gyan is such that even when I went for my medical interview before admission in medical college, my Lokik uncle accompanied me. Means I never used to go first time alone by myself. But after Gyan, because of looking for flats, sometimes I had to go alone. Sometimes some Brahmins who were living around would accompany me because my Lokiks will not give cooperation in that. Because my brother, older brother, who was 2 years older than me, he was so upset with Usha Ben because Usha had brought me into Gyan. So he said, I'll shoot Usha if I see her. So I wouldn't ask him to do anything. So I started for looking flat, and we found some flat in Kandivali itself. And because at that time we had to buy or deposit money for new buildings under construction, because otherwise flats will have such small rooms, 10 by 12 or 12 by 14 feet, and we need big hall. So if it is under construction, we can have it as we want. So I started looking for that, and I found it in Kandivali. And it was only about 5 minutes walk from my Lokik house. So naturally, when we find a place, we get dadis or somebody to come and see it and approve, yes, go ahead. And then first I found that place, then I started looking for my clinic. And I started clinic in 66. No, yes, first I started clinic in 65, and I got inaugurated the flat in 66. So Brahma Baba was there in Mumbai when my flat was almost ready. And because dadis loved me, because at that time Pushpatanta Dadi, Nirmal Shanta Dadi, and so many dadis were there in Mumbai. Prakash Mani Dadi came in 64, I suppose. After that, Nirmal Shanta Dadi left Bombay to go to Calcutta. So all of them, Prakash Mani Dadi came with Brahma Baba to see the flat and sort of little bit inauguration because the lights were not there and we couldn't invite the whole family, but Brahma Baba, Usha and a few other people came for seeing the flat. And because my father was not in Gyan, and yet he gave this cooperation, Brahma Baba was very happy. And because I convinced him, I think in one of the Sakar Mullis, he praised me. So since then, we started service in 66, and then actually with starting center, there was more regular contact with Brahma Baba through letters. And we used to come to Madhuban once a year for 8 days or so, because and it was mainly in April, May, etc., because mothers have children and they could come only in school holidays. So mostly from Bombay we used to come, at least I used to come in April, May sometime with a group of 10, 15 Brahmins. And so 64 we had first exhibition in Mumbai inaugurated by Mamma, and since then it was the first exhibition in Mumbai. Then there was Ahmedabad, Baroda, Calcutta, etc. And whenever new exhibitions were in new cities, because they hadn't had the ready hands to explain the exhibition, Brahma Baba used to send letters and say, so and so, can you go and help in exhibition? So though I was practicing my medicine, my clinic, because I had already started my clinic before starting center. So I went to Ahmedabad, and for Calcutta, it's because it's quite far away from Mumbai, not many hands were ready. So I think about 1 or 2 weeks before, Brahma Baba wrote to me that I should go to Calcutta to help in exhibition. And we couldn't get train ticket because it was quite late. So I flew from Mumbai to Calcutta, and everybody would say, wow, Nirmala has flown all the way to Calcutta. Because those days, very few people were flying. Nowadays, no, hardly all of you travel by train, but in those days, even Mama, Baba, all were traveling by train. So they were really excited, Calcutta Vasi especially. And here we hadn't had museum in Baba's day, so we had an exhibition in a school near our museum, near Nakhi Lakes. There was a school, and we had an exhibition in that school. And during that time, school holidays, I was in Madhuban, so I was asked to attend that exhibition. And usually I was given a duty at the gate, because the one who is like a gatekeeper will send groups and observe how everything is going on and whether the queue is going on or not. And because sometimes the group 1 or 2 may start asking questions after questions. So I was given that duty, and some dadi or somebody might have given opinion to Brahma Baba that, oh, she's very quiet and she's standing all the time at the gate. And so Baba gave me title, you are walking museum. And because I came to Gyan with Mama, Baba used to sometimes say, you are Mama's flower, ready-made flower. Because even before Gyan, I was very quiet and peaceful and not talking too much and introvert, simple. So Baba used to say, this is ready-made flower. And so after coming to Gyan, because I was doing double practice, I had medical practice as well as I was in charge of the center, because it was flat given by my Lokik father. I was straight away made in charge of the center. And I used to contact Shilendra Dadi, who was in Mumbai. She was like my mentor. She was not staying in center, Manmohini Didi's younger sister. She was in Mumbai staying with her Lokik mother, because her Lokik mother, Ratan Mohini Dadi and Shilendra Dadi both in Mumbai. When I came to Gyan, they were staying with their Lokik mother in their flat and coming to the center every morning, and whenever necessary. They were not staying in center, because center was very small, 1 bedroom. And 2 dadis were already there, Pushpashanta Dadi, Nirmal Shanta Dadi, and 1 cook or somebody was there. So only 2 or 3 people used to stay in 1 bedroom flat. And Mama also, when she used to come to Mumbai, she used to stay with Ramesh Bhai and Usha Ben, because they could spare 1 room for Mama. So that's how we were very simple at that time, very small centers. Nowadays, most of the centers are very big also in Mumbai. So what happened was when I went after 4 months, I went to Usha Ben's house. Mama was there, and I was invited for lunch there with Mama. So at that time, I hadn't had full faith also, because I had questioned, okay, Shiv Baba is God, that's fine. But how can we prove that cycle is 5,000 years? And how can we say that Brahma is the medium of Shiv Baba? And there was, before we had lunch, there was another brother also from Kanpur invited for lunch. And he was staying in Kanpur's Bal Bhavan. There was some house created for all children, and he was also staying there. He was, I might be 25 or 30 or something. He was working and staying there, and he shared his experience that he surrenders his all wealth to the center. And in 62, when I came to Gyan, there was India and China war going on. So what happened was, all government and council workers were requested that if you want to donate anything for National Defense Fund, please pay from your pay, and it will be cut off from your pay before you get your pay. So because I was staying with my Laukhiks, and my Laukik parents were quite well off, so I didn't have to give any contribution to the house, because in India there was no system at that time that girls give any contribution to parents. And so I had a pay, but I didn't need much money. So 90% of my income was spent in National Defense Fund. And so what happened was, when I heard this brother's story, that he gives all his money to Yagya Center, so I also started, change my 90% to Baba's Yagya. So within 4 or 5 months, I started giving so much my income to Yagya. So I think that also Baba would have got news. So Baba had a lot of love and respect. And Baba also could see the person, and it's like Antaryami, I would say, face reading or whatever, character reading through activities and all. So Baba could feel that I had such a level of purity. So he used to write, you are simple, straightforward, honest, etc. And what happened once, when I was taking one group from Kandivali to Madhuban, I had about 10, 12 students. And what we had to do is, from Kandivali, from home we come to the station. From station we go to Kandivali to Bombay Central. Central we change the platform and go to the main line, intercity line, train. Then from Bombay Central we have to change at Ahmedabad. Ahmedabad to next train, Abu, change station and all train. And Abu Road, we get down, take bus, come by bus to Mount. Then from Mount, our luggage is brought by coolies, or if we are long or more lot, then by bullock cart. The luggage will come by bullock cart, and we will walk to Madhuban, Pandavavan. So changing so many places, and all travelers, pilgrims, luggage, 10 people's luggage, because as a guide I had to see that everything is okay. And train stops for a few minutes and you have to get all luggage out from one here to there, to there, to there, etc. Now at Bombay Central it was May, so month of mangoes. So usually in Mount Abu, as you know, the fruits come either from Delhi, Ahmedabad, Bombay, somewhere. So when I came to Bombay Central, one of the sisters from Bombay main center, she wanted to send basket of mango to Madhuban, about dozen or so mangoes. So she sent to me at the station, and somewhere or other I forgot it. So when I came to Madhuban, Pandav Bhavan, I remembered, I have forgotten that mangoes basket that Nimu Man has given. So I went to Baba and I told Baba, Baba, I'm sorry, I've forgotten mangoes that Nimu Man had given. So Baba saw how honest I was. I went and told myself. So that's, he gave title, you are honest or something. So that's how Baba, because when we come first, we hug Baba. So Baba could feel those vibration also, the vibration of purity. So that's how Baba used to write some titles whenever he used to write letters. And so the thing was, in Madhuban also, Baba's, we used to come and meet Baba as soon as we arrive. We shower and meet Baba. And then there was second meeting when Baba would give us gifts. So whole group will go and meet Baba. And when we leave, we had to say goodbye to Baba. So at least all groups will meet as a group 3 times. And if somebody had personal meeting, then also that was a different thing. So Brahma Baba, we knew his all activities, what time he will be going to see the construction site, what time he will be going to kitchen, what time he will be resting. So in the evening, around 5:30, he would be sitting in his veranda, because Baba's room, where we have now Baba's room, that was Baba's bed is already there. So that is, the room was the same. But outside where we are taking out our shoes, it was only 3-side wall, not ceiling. It was open. And that was like a separate, completely separate from Baba's bedroom. So in the evening, when Baba was a little bit free, he will lie down there in the Vishnu pose, no? Because you know Vishnu pose, he will be lying straight, but one leg on another leg like that. So he would be lying there, resting and relaxing. So what we used to do is, we used to usually go as 2 sisters, not 1 sister. So when we go there, Baba says, yes, come holy swans. And we knew that we used to have lunch a little bit early, around 12 o'clock. And Baba would have lunch at 2 o'clock or something. But after our lunch, we used to visit Baba's room because at that time we knew that Baba would be playing games, either chess game or card game or something with somebody. We used to go and watch. I don't remember much to have played with Brahma Baba, but we used to watch whoever was playing. So we used to go and just move the curtain and peep in, and Baba says, "Come, daughters, come." And he will invite us. So at that time we were free because in those days only morning murli and night class. There were no any other daytime classes because nobody wanted to attend classes by dadis at that time. We just had morning murli and night murli by Brahma Baba. So we were almost all time free, so we'll visit Brahma Baba. So some people will stand in the way of Baba when Baba is going in the courtyard. When Baba is supposed to go to kitchen, and Baba would smile and say Om Shanti, sometimes share some Gyan points. Whenever Baba will see us, he may share some Gyani points, or we would go and help in kitchen, chopping vegetables, etc. And Baba will see who is there and smile and say Om Shanti. So we used to try to be visible to Baba in some way or other. And first time before I met Brahma Baba, what happened was, at that time I was already earning money, and my Lokik father also gave money for traveling. I traveled to Punjab and UP with Dadi Nirmal Shanta first time, and then we were coming to Madhuban was our last stop. So first we went to Kanpur, Lucknow, Allahabad, etc., Banaras, etc. And when we were in Punjab, in Jalandhar, we suddenly got the news that Mama is going to Mumbai. She has cancer, so she is going to Mumbai. And Nirmal Shanta Dadi was in charge of that center, so she had to also rush. So we skipped 1 or 2 cities and went straight to Madhuban for a few days. So for traveling, naturally my Lokiks or I had taken some money. But what happened, because when Dadi was there, so whoever used to come to receive us used to pay. Usually we used to travel by horse cart. And so from station they used to take us to center, and naturally they used to pay for the fare of the cart. So I had paid nothing anywhere. So whatever money I had, traveling money in my hand, I gave it to Madhuban because it was for yagya. So that's how Baba used to treat us. And so when he was giving me gift first time, he asked me, how many Lokiks you have? So I said, so many. So he gave gift for everybody of my Lokiks. So he was quite generous in that way, giving everyone gift generously. And so that's how we used to be in Madhuban. And in 1969, I was in center, and around 9:30 or something, phone came on 18th January, and Dadi Brijendra, who is Brahma Baba's Lokik daughter-in-law, because Dadi Prakashmani was already in Madhuban. So next was Dadi Brijendra and Dadi Pushpashanta in Mumbai. So what they did is, when Brahma Baba became Avyakt, they sent message to one center to pass on to all other centers, because, as you know, in those days, 69, the phones were not so easy. And Manmohini Didi was traveling somewhere in UP, Bihar, somewhere. She was quite far away. So she got message quite late. But Dadi Prakashmani was there, so she started ringing all main cities, because there were not too many centers. Wherever there were phones, they will ring. And I think Didi Manmohini had to get message through telegram or something, so she got quite late. So she rang Dadi Brijendra and said, Nirmala, are you stable on drama? Then she gave the news that Brahma Baba has become Avyakt. So we were 3 sisters in the center, so we all sat in meditation. And 2 of my companions, they came to know that first train to Mount Abu is in the morning. So they packed their luggage and they left for Madhuban. And I thought it's not good to leave the center and students in such a sad situation, because when they come in the morning, if somebody else shares the news that, oh, Brahma Baba has become Avyakt, the students will have a little bit shock, and somebody has to give them consolation and all sorts of things. So myself and Shilendra Dadi, we stayed in Bombay. Quite a few of the Bombay instruments left. And they came to Madhuban. And what happened was, on last day, Baba was cremated on 21st. So on 28th, Dadi Prakashmani said, okay, Nirmala and Shil Dadi, all of you come to Madhuban. So then myself and Shiladandra Dadi were the last one to come here to Mount Abu. And by that time, procession has already gone through Mount Abu, because Brahma Baba's the body was taken around Abu, and then they were just at the Tower of Peace. The last people who came was me and Silendra Dadi. So we just had last minutes, and usually in January, for 18th January, usually at least Bombay people will never come because it's too cold for Mumbai Vasis. So we never used to come, and not many Brahmins used to come in January, and we used to invite Brahma Baba, December, January, Baba, it's too cold. Come to Mumbai, come to Delhi. So big cities, Brahma Baba used to go. So we used to invite and say, come Baba, do double job. You're checking, blood checking, as well as you can refresh us, because Madhuban is quiet. So at that time, first time in Madhuban history, there were 700 BKs. And I saw quite a few brothers crying when last rites were done, cremation was done. And so everybody had question, Because first question was, now what about our Murli? Who will provide us Murli? And so there was no answer to that, who will provide Murli for us. So we had that. That was the most worrying question for all of us. And who will come to Madhuban if Baba is not there? Because so far the attraction was Brahma Baba. So that two questions were there. And when first Avyakta Murli came, Baba clarified all those things. Who will look after Yagya, Dadi and Didi? Who will be the messenger? What about Murli? He said, okay, Murli will be just as all scriptures. Once they are written, they are revised all the time, and still people enjoy reading scriptures. So we had to, whatever Murlis Baba has given, we had to revise it. And it took a little bit time to decide the medium, because the medium would be, naturally Dadis had to select Gulzar Dadi because she was very pure as well as not thinking too much. Because if somebody is thinking too much, they can mix their manmat. And so they selected Dadi Gulzar. But after 21st meeting, all Brahmins were so relaxed and peaceful, because now they had the answers to their question. And then whoever hadn't been able to come, Dadi invited all of them, come to Madhuban and become light. So many people came even after 21st January. And another question was, now what about museums? Should we have museum or not? Because on 17 only, Ramesh Bhai had seen that house of museum, and he was going to sign, or he had just signed, but there was question whether we should start this museum or not. Brahma Baba is gone. Then all of us sat together and we said, why? Why not stop service? Why to stop service? Come on, we will carry on. And Dadi and Didi met and decided we have to keep Mount Abu busy. So they started having training bhattis. And everybody was interested in bhattis. And Avyakt Bap Dada also started coming regularly. So Madhuban started being busy. In the early stage, everybody used to say, oh, Mama, we used to do this, Baba used to do this, Baba used to send me this letters, he used to send me this. So they were comparing Dadis and with Brahma Baba. But within a year, they said, okay, we can have vision of Brahma Baba and Mama through Dadis, and because Dadis started following the same footsteps of Brahma Baba. So that's how though still we miss Sakar, Brahma Baba, but as you see, Avyakta Bap Dada is sustaining all of us. And all of you feel so close to Brahma Baba and really feel that he is our real father. And that's how Baba left his memory for children. And we are still following whatever directions he gave or whatever systems he had started. And that's why Yagya is running smoothly. Om Shanti.
Thank you so much, Didi. That was so special to hear. It's like you took us back to